Hey Freedom Family, this is Mark, and I'm glad you're here at _Freedom for Life _ where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at to where you're called and created to be. And I am pumped about today's conversation because today I'm going to tell you the one thing that you should never negotiate away while you're walking towards the life you're created for. So let's get started, shall we? And as we're getting started, do me a favor, as always, would you please subscribe and become part of the Freedom Family? And do me a favor and hit that notification bell so that you can be a part of every one of the family conversations that we have. Hey, here's a question for you. Have you ever been there, or have you ever been with somebody who was trying to negotiate their future away to save themselves from a current issue? I was talking to a friend this week, and he was that person. And while we were having a conversation, he was talking to me about the things that have been going on in his life, the challenges that he's had, the struggles that he's dealt with, the things that really were his own issue and his own doing, but they had left a bit of a mess in his life. Do you know anybody who's ever been there? And while we were having this conversation, it just became apparent to me that he was doing what many of us do. I don't know if you've ever been there, I know I have, where you're really trying to avoid the thing that you need to do. Whether it's a relationship that you've kind of firebombed, or it's something that you've done that you think is not able to be fixed. Those things, those messes that we kind of make in our life sometimes. And in that place, he was having conversation with me about it. And here's the interesting thing. Instead of being able to own it and take control and responsibility for his part, he was basically negotiating away his future. What I mean is this: he was negotiating away who he was really called to be and created to be. He was negotiating away the truth and the life that was created for him and in him, because he was having a challenge. He was having a wrestling match determining whether it was worth the work, the hard work of fixing the mess that he made. Sometimes we break things, whether it's relationship or vocations or whatever the thing is that's going on. We firebomb the relationship that we wanted to have. And in that place, we have a decision to make. There's two decisions. We either are going to ignore it, place blame, look on the outside of us to make sure that everybody knows that it's somebody else's fault. And when we do that, we basically hand away our future so that we can be the only person who is left blameless in this mess. At the end of the day, if you're not taking responsibility for your part in every conversation or an interaction, you're basically saying, I refuse to grow any farther than I am right now. And for my friend, we had an honest and a challenging conversation where I got to speak life into him and truth into him and tell him that he was more than what he was living in, the experience he was having and the mistakes he was making. That at the end of the day, what he needed to do was to be able to still look towards his future, believe who he was created to be, and believe the life that he was created for, even though he wasn't seeing it right now. Sometimes because we don't see it, we believe it's not there. And sometimes we are absolutely passionate about avoiding the pain that it takes to overcome the thing that we've made. Rather than doing that hard work of healing, we do the easy work of avoiding. There's one non-negotiable that I asked my friend to continue to not negotiate with in his life. Who you created to be, what's the life that you're created for? If you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. If you get to fight for your dysfunctions and the hurts and the wounds of your life, you get to hold on to them. But if you refuse to allow your mistakes dictate your future, then you get to walk into the things that you're created for. It's not easy. It's not fast. It won't come without a lot of tears and pain and challenge in his life, because sometimes the things we've done, they'll take time to recover from. But at the end of the day, here's what I know about him and about you and about me. If we refuse to negotiate away our future and our identity, we'll have those things. There's nothing we've done that we can't recover from. There's no mistake we've made that we can't rectify in our lives. That was my friend, and that was this week. And maybe it's somebody who's in the sound of my voice and can see me on screen now as well. Or it's maybe somebody you know. Sometimes with our friends and family and those that we love, they don't know how to fight for themselves, so sometimes we need to fight for them. Whether you're that person or you know that person or you may know that person in the future, I invite you to fight for those you care about, even when they can't fight for themselves, but don't allow them to negotiate away their future, their created value in the life that they're created for. Let them know the truth and help them to make a decision that helps them have the life that they're created for, even in the midst of their mess. That's who we are as a community and a family, and I'm hoping my friend received what I had to give and will make the choice for his future. Hi, I'm Mark, and this is _freedom for life _, where we give you the tools, the truth, and the knowledge to take you from where you're at, whether it's hurt, whether it's mess, whether it's pain, whether it's anguish, whether it's disappointment or shame, to where you're called and created to be. There is a path from where you're at to what you were created for. If you want to know how to get there step by step, we have a course that's called Life Mastery. We would love to be able to mentor you step by step so that you're transformed into the person you were created to be to begin with. DM me on either Facebook or Instagram, and we'll have that conversation and see if it makes sense for us to work with you. At the end of the day, do me a favor, hit the like, let us know that something we're saying here resonates with you, that you know somebody. Tell me in the comments if this is something that you've experienced or somebody you know has experienced in their life. Share this video with somebody who needs to know that they shouldn't negotiate away their future. And at the end of the day, dominate your day.